right, fight fans, here we go. The second segment of our four-man tournament, presented to you by Spar Star Promotion, and is presented by the Grappling Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, from Fight Academy, he is a former Spar Star MMA Bantamweight champion. Please welcome Chris Martinez. And introducing his opponent across the ring, representing Matador MMA and Paragon Simi Valley. He is coming off a submission victory at Spar Star MMA 69. Please welcome Sugar Shawnee Bum.
I love the relaxed Sugar Shawnee there.
Calm, cool, collected.
This is a different side from him. I think he's very excited to put on just with the grappling. Again, 2 submission wins recently for Shawnee Bus, but with Chris Martinez, he wants to win this because he has a loss recently at the last Spar Star MMA to Andrew Carvajal. So nobody wants that match in the finals more than Chris Carvajal. I'm sorry, then Chris Martinez. My apologies. But now, finding out in this match, you are going to see 2 very solid caliber grapplers going at it. They're kind of filling each other out. And Shawnee was asking a little bit earlier, you know, like, what kind of flying stuff is he going to hit? He was telling people in the comment sections, hey, look out for something flashy, something big. And a lot of people were voting for him.
Shawn using his feints, trying to see if he gets something out.
I mean, Shawnee wants action reaction. I think he's trying to, now from here, double underhooks. He's trying to position Chris back into the center. This is a good start for him. Okay. Chris does an excellent job, but trip is happening, but Chris comes in with a sweep. And now this is where Shawnee does excel. Shawnee's looking for a triangle. Chris has to be very careful. This is Shawnee's world. He needs to get, he's got both arms in, but he has to be worried about that one arm being attacked. So he's posturing up. He doesn't seem to be letting on. In fact, if anything, he's trying to tell us we're overreacting right now. Chris is letting us know that he should be okay, but as long as he keeps 2 arms in, he should mostly be okay. But look at Shawnee switch it up. He wants to attack that arm. A very strong indication here. Now, you're going to see on this side, Shawnee's probably going to look for a sweep here. Oh, I think all submissions are legal. So now, him attacking this leg, Chris has to be very careful and does shake that one off nicely. It's very, very well done. Now, as we look at this, we are seeing maybe a potential pass guard here from Chris Martinez, who's looking to get past a very, very impressive Shawnee Bus, who's been so good at improving his jiu-jitsu bit by bit. And now, once again, kind of telegraphing he wants that triangle choke. And Chris has to be very careful about staying here for too long because Shawnee can snap it on just like that.
And Shawnee is very good at adapting as well. He's very good at adapting to what you give him and just making do with.
But look, Shawnee keeps going after that arm. Every time it's posted, he seems to think that maybe he's got a shot at it and just trying to like double check to see if Chris is staying awake on those. But this is big. Oh man. Now a Kimura can be reversed and Chris almost had an opportunity to fully pass, but Chris now does get a pass. That is an excellent start to this match. We are off the races here.
Both of these guys.
Now look at the bridge by Shawnee. That's really impressive. You do want to get these underhooks and start trying to maneuver from here, but Chris is now looking at that arm. That could be an arm lock for him right now. Shawnee has to be careful. Chris is really in a good position here. Shawnee's trying to get out of it. Chris cannot fully unlock the arms. And so we are back to our regular position here. Shawnee once again looking for that triangle. Both these boys throwing a lot of submission attempts. And just to let you guys know, in the event we go to an overtime, there is EBI overtime. We want to try and take the referees out of any position where they can influence the match. So we really do try to let the athletes settle it amongst themselves. Chris again with the pass. Has some good pressure here. Now Shawnee looking like he wanted to invert here again, snapping in a nice triangle attempt. Very nice here from Shawnee Bus. And one thing I want to point out, the great thing that you see Shawnee Bus continuously doing is pulling down on the posture of Chris. Chris responds to it each time by making sure he gets all the way up, and that is why you don't see him getting sagged down. Now the question is this toll now starting to take up on Shawnee? Because that arm is once again kind of in danger, and Chris has taken his time in this half guard position. A lot of MMA people will play from that half guard, But here, you do want to be fully passive. Now he is.
I do like the fact that Shawnee is taking his time with what he wants to do. Nice sweep right there. Nice job by Shawnee. And that's exactly what I was going to point out as well. Shawnee is conserving because I feel like somewhere right here, he's going to want to use that energy to do a burst, something sort of that way, and either go for that submission, whether it be that triangle armbar, or even get out of a dangerous situation.
Now, here's the thing. You're noticing in this particular moment, there's 1 minute and 50 seconds approximately left in this round. You don't want to go to overtime because let's say you were putting on most of the pressure. If you're Shawnee, you did most of the submission attacks.
That's what I'm thinking Shawnee's doing right here because he did attack a lot, and he knew that he wasn't going to secure it. So maybe what he's doing is playing smart.
I like that grip, but guess what? You can reverse that Kimura lock from bottom, and now Chris was getting a read. I think his coaches were telling him, take that. You have the ability to make this Kimura happen. Is Chris Martinez going to get this Kimura? Shawnee is wiggling out. He does manage to survive for a little bit, but that knee on belly has it survived, so that he stays in that cross position right now. But we're not out of the woods yet here. Oh, he's still trying to get that over. I think at this point you want to try and trap the head and get over a little bit more because you're just putting pressure on it. And with 1 minute to go, that's still time to work. But you really want to create separation from that body. So you want to, nice bridge here. But does Shawnee take advantage of it? Yes, he does. Shawnee now looking on the back. There's 50 seconds to work here. Is Shawnee going to be able to finish this, or are we going to overtime? Is this a preview of what's going on? Shawnee looking for the neck. Does not quite get it. There is 43 seconds left to go.
Shawnee
this is a big moment.
As well. He
and
does
now
want to do something here.
I think Shawnee knows this is a very good position for him, and Chris has to respond. He has to move, and right here, Chris cannot wait for a second. That is under the chin, and Chris is angling out of it. But he does survive for just a few more seconds. Is it enough to make it to overtime? 20 seconds to go, now we will find out who may or may not have the advantage coming in, but he gets out. Well done there. Chris Martinez showing you why he is a former Spar Star MMA champ. A very nice back and forth between these boys that now is almost certainly about to head into overtime. Excellent work here. The boys are smiling it up, but that's a very solid thing. So now to tell you guys on how this works. In EBI overtime, there is going to be a coin flip to determine who actually goes first. So that's why right now they get a second to go over their corners, get some water, and PJ is now going to figure out which one of these gentlemen gets to attack first and which of them gets to be on defense first. So usually when the person gets the coin flip, that person wins the opportunity to choose whether they do offense or defense first. So in EBI overtime, it is a 2-minute period per athlete. You get 2 minutes to try and submit your athlete. If you do it, then that person has an at-bat. They have that time or less to submit you. But that is the way that we go in this first round of overtime.
So no submission in overtime, right? I think, how long?
It's 2, so each one is 2 periods, so 2 minutes for each. All right, this is where time becomes a huge factor. PJ is getting them into position. They start on the back. So Shawnee is going to start us off with offense first. Now the real key is, does Chris escape? And it's how fast he either escapes or how fast Shawnee gets a submission. And that, right now, almost was clear. Chris just has to clear this, and he is out. And that is going to be a very big moment here for Chris Martinez. Chris Martinez escaping in just a few seconds, but we will let you guys know exactly how this goes. Now, Chris gets an opportunity to submit Shawnee. Now, Shawnee has 12 seconds to get out of this, but if Chris submits him, the game is over completely. So after 12 seconds here, that's going to be it if he survives. And Shawnee right now, Chris trying to put it on. Chris looking for a submission of his own. So, yeah, that's it. If he didn't submit, we're... Hey. We're good. We go first, the fastest escape or submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner in overtime and the fastest in overtime. Our winner from Pasadena Fight Academy, Chris Martinez.
I mean, Chris Martinez's 12-second escape was big, and these two boys giving it up to each other. But this means now we're going to get a big moment between Chris Martinez and Andrew Carvajal. That's big. Chris really wanted to run that one back. So we will see how that goes a little bit later on tonight, but nothing but love between these gentlemen.